Welcome to the iPad Apps First Look channel, and today we're going to talk about a feature or a something that's quite important, especially for iPhone and iPod Touch users. But I would say this is more for an iPhone crowd because we have our telephones, we have our phones with us all the time. And basically, I'm the first one to leave home quite often in the morning and come back only late at night. And one of the problems with the iPhone is battery. Unfortunately, the battery size versus the power of the iPhone makes it a device that is actually using a lot of battery to work. And so I have actually my iPhone 5. This is an iPhone 5 that you see there on my screen through AirPlay. My iPhone 5 is actually in a battery case. So the casing in which it is to protect it is also a 4,000 milliamp battery. So that gives me a full day of iPhone easily. But if you don't have a casing, that can be a big problem. Having a full day, if you use your iPhone a lot, having a full day of battery is really, really difficult. So here are tips for you guys and girls to try to maximize the battery drain. First of all, a lot of people have been complaining on iOS 7 about battery drain that's much more batteries drain faster now on iOS 7 than on older operating systems. I personally haven't seen much of a difference. I must say that I've used my iPhone pretty much normally since I've updated to iOS 7. I can't really say I've seen a difference in the battery drain. I basically have what I think is the same battery drain. Even at times I have impression that I might have a better battery length since iOS 7. I think one of the things in iOS 7 is that when your phone is shut down, it actually is much more efficient at saving power. So that's what I think I noticed, but I see really conflicting reports, and I don't know about you. If you have battery problems since iOS 7, please share it with us. Or if you think your iPhone's battery is better, actually, let's have a little discussion here on this channel below this video. Just put your comments about battery drain. Is it better or bad? Either on an iPhone 4, 4S, or iPhone 5 or 5S. 5S, well, I don't really know because 5S has iOS 7 by default. But if you have an iPhone 5, iPhone 4 and 4S, let us know about your battery drain. And is it better, worse, pretty much the same? Let us know. So how do you save battery? Here are a few tips about it. In iOS 7, a lot of new features have been actually implemented and are running in the background. So how do you maximize your battery? Well, basically by turning off features, and that's a way of really saving your battery. First of all, go in your control center by swiping from the bottom of your device up. Notice there's a thing called AirDrop. When you click on it, you have AirDrop available. I suggest that you click off and let AirDrop off all the time. Why? Because AirDrop is there in the background, searching for your friends, searching for anyone around you that it can actually drop or send something, a file, an app, or whatever. AirDrop is one of those little features because it's always looking, because it's always searching for something. That is something that's really going to be a problem for battery life. So if you don't use that feature, and I never use AirDrop actually, just click on it in the control center and switch off to stop it. So that's one thing you can do. Second thing that you can do is, of course, turn off Wi-Fi. Once again, in your control center on the top, you have that airplane mode, but you have Wi-Fi right next to it. Wi-Fi is a very power-hungry mode in an iPhone. And so by turning off Wi-Fi, you will be really saving a lot of battery. Now keep in mind, turning off Wi-Fi means that if you use data, you're on your cell data plan. So it's not necessarily something everybody wants to do. It depends on your data plan. I personally leave Wi-Fi off pretty much all day. I don't use Wi-Fi because one of the things that I have is a 6 GB data plan, which is not that much, but it's for what I do sufficient that I can stay on my LTE network and stay there all the time without using Wi-Fi all day long. The only times I'll turn on Wi-Fi is if I have to, because I'm a tech guy, so if I want to test Wi-Fi for a client, for example, or if I want to sometimes connect a computer through the sharing of the internet connection from my device, then I'll turn it on. But apart from that, keep that Wi-Fi off if possible. It will help your battery life, that's for sure. The second icon in your control center, that famous Bluetooth icon there that you can turn on or off, I suggest that you turn Bluetooth off if you never use it. Now a lot of people are using their little devices. Keep in mind, if your Bluetooth's on, don't forget to put that AirDrop off, because AirDrop is off. Actually, AirDrop turns on when your Bluetooth's on, so once you use Bluetooth, make sure AirDrop's off. That will help. Of course, if you use a headset, a Bluetooth headset, or some kind of Bluetooth wireless, you obviously cannot turn off Bluetooth. But if you don't use it, or don't need it, or if you're in an environment where you know you won't use it for a while, just click on it to turn it off and make sure that it is not in use, because that's also a battery drain. Bluetooth is a battery drain. Dim your screen. Dim your screen. The dimmer the screen with that slider here, the dimmer the screen, the more battery life you'll have. And so make sure that you can dim that screen, that you dim it to, the minimum you can actually use your phone. By dimming, you will actually improve battery life a lot. This is one of the, it's like Wi-Fi, it's one of the very power hungry stuff in your iPhone. Dimming the display will really make a difference in your display, in your battery life. Another thing that you can check for is in your internal settings. If you look at settings, you can go at the wallpaper and brightness part of your settings. One thing you can do is put the auto brightness on, which means that it will check for the brightness of a room. If it's dark, it will automatically lower your brightness of the screen. If it's very bright outside, for example in the sunshine, the brightness is going to come up. These are features that are interesting for that. So that's one of the things that you can check for. In the wallpaper section, make sure that you use a still wallpaper. You can have dynamic wallpapers or still wallpapers. The problem with dynamic is that they have movements in the background that uses processor power, and so it's something that you might not actually wanna use. So be sure that you use a still background instead of one of those dynamic ones. That will help a lot. Apart from that, what you can do is go into your apps, and in the notification center, for example, you can turn off most notifications. Keep in mind that when your notification center is active and all the apps have notifications that they can send to your phone, well, that is a battery drain. Every app there is actually something that can make your everything. Sorry, I was a little distracted here. So notifications of your apps is something that, you know, is using a little processor power, because from every now and then your app is actually watching your apps to see if there's something new to tell you. So that's something you can also turn off. One thing that's a little overlooked, although there's no battery drain, how I can put it is the usage of your battery in your iPhone is nothing special. You don't have to usually do anything really special. But one of the things is that taking care of your battery in your iPhone, which means that you see that little icon on top that gives you your battery's charge. It's telling me that I'm at 100%. You see that little lightning because it's saying that I'm charging. It's because my battery case is turned on. And what you'll want to do is simply charge the battery as often as you can. Having total discharges of your iPhone battery every day is something that can actually shorten the lifespan of that battery. So make sure that it's really charged as often as possible. Try not to overcharge, meaning that if you have a battery that is 100% and you keep it charged, like in my casing here at 100%, it can also make the battery, use the battery up sooner. So I would say that don't keep it always charged. It's like a laptop. Don't keep it always charged, and don't also drain it until the phone shuts off every day, because that's going to be something that might not be that cool. But apart from that, I think you have if you use it normally, try to charge it regularly. And of course, make sure you don't leave your phone full sunlight, stuff like that. The heat from the full sunlight can damage the battery's charging capabilities also, because if it comes too hot. You might have noticed that your iPhone is actually coming very hot when you play games sometimes. That's another thing you can do, and I do it very often. My battery case is plastic. If I play a game that I know it's going to really make my iPhone come really hot, I'll remove it from its casing, because that can damage not only your iPhone but the battery also. Too much heat is always an enemy. So make sure that you take care of that you try to turn off everything that's possible. that will help you have more battery usage out of your iPhone. Hope it helps. Hope these little tips made you do some changes that's going to help you, of course, make your phone, your phone's battery last longer. One last tip in the App Store. One of the cool features of the App Store, if you go into your settings and you go into the App Store itself, iTunes and App Store, is its automatic update feature. Of course, if you are in a environment where you want to keep battery usage as low as possible, you might want to turn off the automatic downloads as it's going to use your battery because it's going to use a lot of that, either Wi-Fi or data from your phone. So that's another little feature. So hope these little tips help, and hey, let us know your battery life since you've updated to iOS 7. If you have a 4, 4S or 5, is it better, is it worse, or pretty much the same? That's something that would be interesting to know. Hope you enjoy videos. Please subscribe to our channel. You'll be informed when new videos are online. If you have any comments or questions on what you've seen, let us know. Maybe you have an app, a feature you'd like us to make a video of. Let us know. We'll try to do that, put it online, and you'll be helping others at the same time. And hope you come back to the iPad Apps First Look channel. Bye-bye.